don't think relationships that are based solely on food are relationships that are going to last, in my opinion. You have to have more. What? It's true, isn't it? You have to have more than food in common.
Hope so.
I would hope so. I mean, I don't know. So someone asked recently how we deal with the dynamic of me eating raw food and you eating cooked food. So we wanted to talk to you guys about that. We've been together now for 7 years, and pretty much the entire relationship, you've been eating cooked food and I've been eating raw food. We ate cooked a little bit together at the beginning when I was yo-yoing back and forth between cooked and raw. But what's the dynamic like for you? How do you feel with me eating raw food? Do you ever wish that I ate like you? Do you ever wish that I was more normal?
I wouldn't say normal. I would say sometimes it would be maybe a little more convenient at times. Yeah. We go out for dinner and there's only one or two things.
When do we go out for dinner?
When
we don't even go out for dinner.
When we have gone out for dinner.
It's such a waste because
I know, you can get a salad.
A plate of salad. Why would I go out for dinner?
Yeah, not now. I mean, we did at one point, or back in the early days, go out for dinner. But I don't know. I kind of like it. It's exciting. It's interesting. You know, we get a lot of crazy looks in the grocery store, and it's alternative. It's kind of wacky, but it's super healthy and wholesome, and all the benefits are like I'm pro benefits. You know, so
you just don't want to eat it yourself, which is fine.
I tried raw for a day or two, if two.
It was the most half-assed effort I've ever seen. You're like, I'm gonna eat raw, and I'm like, you're eating hummus. That's not raw. That's not even raw. You can't, just because you didn't cook it yourself doesn't mean that it's raw.
Yeah.
Nice.
I tried. Yeah, and I mentioned in a few videos back that it was big in part that I didn't have that push to go into the raw world. There's so many health benefits, and you can heal so many things by eating a raw foods diet, and I've been fortunate enough that I haven't had to do that to any extreme, really. I eat a primarily, pretty well fully vegan diet for health and for environmental and animal concerns, but as far as raw goes, that's a bit, next phase perhaps, but right now I like a big bowl of chili or curry or
like hummus
and
that's cool. There's nothing
bread.
wrong with that. Yeah. And I actually kind of like that he doesn't eat raw food. I'm kind of happy that you don't, because I don't really like to share. I'm not into sharing my food. Like,
it's for the best, believe me.
Like when I make a big salad, I'm not gonna give any to him. Like, what? I want to eat it all myself. Like all of it. I don't want to share.
Likewise, like she makes a lot of cooked vegan dishes for me.
You get to eat
really good ones, and all the leftovers are all mine, and
that's pretty sweet.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But it could be more convenient, I guess.
Yeah, that's nice that you get to eat all of your leftovers, and I don't have to take them from you, and you got like 3 days worth of lunches, and I don't eat any of them, and
works well because I usually work out of home, so I just pack my lunch and off I go. It's perfect.
Yeah. And when I make a big smoothie or something like that, I just get to eat it all myself too. And if I make raw treats or something, I mean, you will eat them if I make them. And I kind of watch and like, maybe you could just like...
Yeah, she's possessive.
Maybe you could just like eat some cooked food instead of eating all my raw food. Because now that I've made it, you want it. And I kind of just want to eat it all myself. Like, I don't really want it. It kind of works, the dynamic. And I'm not against cooked food. I don't think cooked food is evil. So it works. And it's not. There's so much more to a relationship than food.
Is there?
Yeah. Yeah. You're supposed to cut. You're supposed. What a cooking answer.
In your world, I was getting at.
I like cooking too, so it works. If I didn't have you to cook for, I would just cook for Dougie, and that's not quite enough.
And it actually works well because I like cooked food. I enjoy cooking, but I just sometimes can't be bothered cooking. That's to be honest.
Yeah, I know.
I like it, but there's other things I like to do more, and it's nice that she likes to do that. So it really is. It really balances out nice. So that's why we work well together.
You'll say something like, "Hey babe, don't you wanna cook this or that? Don't you feel like doing this right now? And I'm like, no, not
Or
really.
have you ever?
Yeah.
Have you ever had an interest in doing roasted beet hummus?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh. And I'm like, yeah.
He tries to trick me into thinking it was my own idea, even though you want me to cook it for you.
She caught on, and it still happens. It's sustainable.
Yeah.
It's working out well.
Some people get together because they just eat raw together, and you have to have more depth to a relationship than that, don't you?
Oh yeah, and we do.
Yeah, we do.
It's rock solid.
Yeah.
You're ready.
And Pepsi eats cooked food too, so.